Ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, welcome back to another reaction. Today we are listening to Desire, I Want to Turn Into You by Caroline Polachek. Why are we doing this album now? Honestly, the last few albums have just been like despair after despair after despair after despair. Vine boom sound effect for each of those. And honestly, I just need something to lift the vibe up. Obviously, you can see right behind me in the window. Normally, it's kind of these videos start off when it's light out. Daylight saving time just happened, so also need something as just kind of a pick-me-up. And I think listening to an album about desire will hopefully, as we listen to this together, we will have a new desire to live to get through the winter months. Break. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's my understanding that this is just kind of an album. You know, the songs are going to exist within themselves, but the last like 4 or 5 albums we've done has had some like crazy concept, and this is, to my understanding, is not that. Each song is its own isolated song. Cool. I'm likely going to focus on production. That's how we normally do things here. Maybe lyrics will pop up occasionally on this one, but gonna have a focus on production, as we typically do. Gonna make our own interpretations. Again, not really a story-based album, so we're gonna just kind of conjure up what we will, or what we can with what's given to us, and that's what we're gonna get. Maybe we're right, maybe we're wrong, but that's okay. I know like 2 of these songs. I know Welcome to My Island and Sunset, and I think I know the melody line for Bunny as a Rider, but kind of an interesting background with my relationship with her. I have seen Caroline Polachek live. Funny enough, I had a buddy a couple years back who wanted to see George Clanton, who opened for Caroline Polachek, and I was just like, I don't really know either of them, but you know, I'll just kind of tag along, whatever. So kind of an odd and unique case of going to see the opener and just being there for the main act. But yeah, it was incredible. And then I just didn't really listen to the album. So I guess here's where we are today. Quick little background of the album now. I'm just gonna read the Genius synopsis. Desire, I Want to Turn Into You is the second studio album from American singer, songwriter, and producer Caroline Polachek. Okay, so she does some production too. In a 2023 cover story for Crack, Polachek explained that some songs in the record date to before the release of 2019's Pang. Welcome to My Island dates back to 2018, and she's performed Smoke live at concerts since early 2020, so it's been kind of a long time coming. Collaborators include close collaborator and co-executive producer Danny L. Harley, producers Sega Bodega, and A.G. Cook. Okay, we know A.G. Cooks, and vocalist Grimes and Dido? Is that the Tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why? Is that Dido? Okay. And then lastly, just kind of as some genre background, art pop, alt pop, electronic, and kind of some subgenres are down-tempo electropop. So really pretty vanilla, not really in the singer-songwriter vein that we've been in for the last several reactions. So hoping for a fun little taste of music here. Nothing too deep, gonna just discuss the production as it comes up, but hopefully that's what we get here. So just want to note one last thing. By the time you probably are watching this video, we're probably at 1,000 subscribers. And if not, and everyone unfollowed, that'd be pretty funny, but whatever. Anyways, thanks for subscribing and being here. We've done this already in like the span of a month, which is pretty incredible. And I'm going to constantly say this, but I'm incredibly appreciative and thankful. Quickest plug of all time, Twitch stream on Monday, video out on Patreon on Wednesday with a quick edit, video out on YouTube typically by like Friday. Cool. And links are all down below if you'd like to do that. It's up to you. Do what you can. Thank you. Okay, I think enough yapping. I'm just gonna get started. Gonna start with track 1. Welcome to My Island, Caroline Polachek, Desire, I Want to Turn Into You. Ooh. Okay. So again, I have heard this song, but I don't know if I've really even heard it with like headphones on or like really paying attention to it. So this is gonna be unique. Damn! Just right from the jump. Ooh, cut the production. Turn it up a little bit.
Welcome to my island. Hope you like me. You ain't leaving. Welcome to my island.
Oh, nice little vocoder with the vocal here. Okay, now it's just totally apparent.
Welcome to my island. Hope you like me. You ain't leaving. Desire. I wanna turn to you. Desire.
Bow. Yeah, that. Okay, quick pause. Production. I really like these kind of two contrasting sections here. They're like so tonally different. You got that kind of intro section of just kind of sparse, like drum machine a little bit. Just her vocal, really a lot of like focus on her vocal in this production, and even in the chorus, like. Like it's big, but there's really not that many elements. I feel like every individual element is so maximalized. Not that the whole production is maximalized, but really just everything. There's not many pieces, but everything is just so perfect. And really, I think not having this instrumental be super busy lends to really Caroline Polachek's vocal being the forefront here, as I would hope it should be probably for this whole album, because from that beginning section, those vocal runs were kind of nutty, kind of setting the tone. What the tone is, not 100% sure quite yet. But we also paused like a minute into the song, so let's keep going. Ooh, that synth pad build.
My island, see the palm trees, waving the wind.
This bass tone is so interesting.
Island, hope you like me.
Ooh.
You ain't leaving.
Ooh, the vocal flutter. I don't know what that sound is. That it's such a cool little stab. Ooh, harmony.
I am my father's daughter in the
Oh.
end. He says, watch your ego, watch your head, girl. You're so smart, so talented.
Saturated vocal?
Now the water's turning red, and it's all your fault, and it's all your mess, and you're all alone. You can't go to bed too high on your adrenaline.
Ooh.
You gotta go somewhere where you can't pretend. Or forget the rules, forget your friends, just you and your reflection. Cause nothing's gonna
Reflection.
be the same again. No, nothing's gonna be the same again.
Ooh, a little bit of a different synth line here. Ooh, it's not even a synth. That's a guitar. Is that a guitar? What an interesting timbre in that guitar. It's like an auto-tuned guitar. Like, I don't even know. The way like it glid through some of those notes, it like snapped weirdly. Ooh. From what I've known, again, maybe we'll get to some songs that'll get a little bit deeper, but just kind of a pop vibe. I mean, really, if you want to be like, ooh, this song's actually, I mean, Welcome to My Island. I mean, I could. I don't know. I feel like I'm so analytic brained from like the last like 4 or 5 albums of being like crazy singer-songwriter cuts. I feel like this is just really just like a perfect setting the tone for the album song. Just like, welcome to my world. This is what it's about. You could be like, oh, island, maybe some isolation, whatever. But also, you know, kind of some like paradise vibes, paradise, desire, some meanings there. The only thing I do kind of want to note and kind of run back on is I'm your father's daughter. In the end, he says, watch your ego, watch your head, girl. You're so smart, so talented, but now the water's turning red and it's all your fault and it's all your mess. So island, okay, so this is just you and your reflection. So the island is kind of like an isolation type thing, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I need to dive so crazy on the lyrics on this one, but realistically, production, banger. Really just does a perfect job of setting the tone of the album. I think also there's kind of some good lyric contrast. Well, I gotta think real quick here. What was I thinking of with the like the little shouting vocal in the back? What song am I thinking of? Bow, bow. Don't you forget about me. Okay, that's Don't You Forget About Me. That's kind of what I'm getting by the vibe of those little like chants in the background in between the desire I want to turn into you, which I don't know if it's intentional or not, kind of in that melody contour. If this is kind of giving like a synthy 80s 90s vibe sort of thing, I feel like that kind of lends to that. Again, I don't know if that's intentional, but subconsciously, that's what it's doing for me. So, all right, I'm going to keep rolling, keep chugging along. Let's get on to track two. Track 2, Pretty Impossible. Now, this is something I do not know. So, track 2, Pretty Impossible. Maybe I do know this. I don't know. This melody sounds really familiar already. Just starting off with the melody line is so cool. Oh! Okay, I gotta run that back. The way that the kick drum like came in. Yeah, like the repeat on that was sick. In it, okay. I was gonna say we really haven't got any like synth elements until then. It's mostly just drum and her vocal. And now we got a respace and just like a just a little synth line. We just kind of have two synths going on here. Ooh, ooh. Hang on. It's like microtonal kind of. Just the way she hit that. Ooh. Getting lo-fi here? Now, is she gonna do this for the chorus?
How does it feel?
Or is this just this melody, just like its own little thing? Ooh. This vocoder again. Yeah, red again. Oh! Her vocal is so crazy. Like, I know that there's no auto-tune on her voice, just the way she's able to hit like some of these like smaller microtonal like runs. But like her voice has like built-in auto-tune. I feel like it like snapped to like notes. Like normally I feel like there's just like a little bit of like a natural glide into some notes, like when you're just like singing. But like it just like, I don't know. It's crazy. Like the like what is that? It's like so perfect. Oh. Pretty Impossible. Okay, I was gonna say that melody has to come back. What a nice little vibe here. Was this produced by A.G. Cook? I'll double check. Actually, let's see. This one isn't an A.G. Cook one. Okay. Okay. Nice strings. Really a vibe. I'm gonna try to skim through this real quick. I really wasn't paying attention to the lyrics too much, but Homeworld's all red. So she mentioned something about red in the last song, I believe. Last song, as if this is not track 2. I don't know if there's some sort of meaning there with red. I don't know. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I want to check about Danny L. What's his name? I want to see where he's from, because something about the last section with the strings and like the way the drums were coming in kind of gave me like a little bit of like a UK vibe thing. He is British. Okay, it felt kind of British. I don't want to say as far as like, I don't even know what my examples are. There's one song in the new Pink Panthers album that kind of has that vibe, but it just kind of screamed UK. So I just kind of need that for confirmation. But yeah, not going to focus too much on the lyrics on this one. The writing here is pretty abstract. So we're going to throw this one in the back burner lyrically, but I love that melody at the beginning that kind of permeated the song. I thought it was interesting that it wasn't really, it just kind of like a da-da-da-da-da. Now, I did say at the beginning that I have seen Caroline Polachek, and I think the reason why that melody sounds familiar to me is I'm pretty sure when we saw her that's like a crowd participation ass melody right there, especially with it not having lyrics is like an incredible jumping point for an audience just to latch onto and just to kind of hum along, like a Seven Nation Army type thing. So just from that standpoint, I don't even need to know the lyrics because at least from like a being in concert, like knowing the song level, like I know the melody. I know how the melody goes. So fun little tidbit. Anyways, track 3, Bunny's a Rider. Let's keep rolling here. Ooh, a lot of hiss. Sidechain hiss to like the bass. Ooh.
Bunny is a rider, satellite can find her. No sympathy.
Ooh, like a kalimba type thing going on here.
No sympathy. Ain't nothing for free. Bunny is a rider. No sympathy.
Ooh.
Ain't nothing. Bunny is a rider.
Ooh. Is that a child?
No sympathy.
Satellite couldn't find her, so. Ooh, okay, hang on. Trap hats. Snare super interesting, just like hitting a bell. Ooh.
Satellite can find her. No sympathy. Ain't nothing for free. Dirty like a
Oh. Little orchestra stab type thing. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay. That child vocal is so interesting. This instrumental, I'm gonna talk about it when the song's done, but it's been so sparse. There's so much ear candy going on from that whistle in the like right ear to. Trying to hear what's going on with the panning here. Yeah, whatever that horn section is. Okay. Another one that's like, really, I feel like this whole album so far has, I mean, obviously it's Caroline's album. I would hope that there'd be like a focus on the vocal, but especially this song, production-wise, has been like, this one definitely has been like so stripped back to really just a couple elements, but the elements are so crisp. They're produced perfectly. The panning, really taking good uses of, the whole 360 around the headphone soundscape here, but with only kind of a couple elements, so everything kind of stands out. Nice little groove. But really, Caroline's vocal is just right in the middle here. So in terms of that, really, really kind of stripped back. I was not expecting this to be as bare bones as it is, but Bunny's a Rider, I don't know what that means. I don't know what this means. Satellite can't find her. So I think we're kind of still going off the grid. We off the grid. We're going to cut that. For this being about desire, it's really interesting that there's such a focus on isolation. Some of these like songs have been mentioning some lovers and like passion with like a lover, with like the one song in the last song mentioning about like the lipstick on like the thigh and all that, you know, you got that kind of like love desire, which I feel like is like maybe the most like standout, like easiest thing that jumps out when you think of desire like this. But desire in isolation is interesting. All right. I mean, at the very least, it sounds cool. I feel like some of these songs so far have been so abstract in their lyric writing that I think my issue right now, and I feel like I got in trouble with myself even with some of the more abstract songs and some of the albums that we listened to previously. I feel like I'm really searching for like the right answer here. Okay, Eric, let's lock in right from the jump. What do we think Bunny is a Rider means to me? Just from gut impression, I think it's also interesting that she says that she's non-physical, but then Dirty like it's Earth Day, so maybe you can kind of think that, you know, she's trying to get more risque with that. I don't know. I'm digging way too deep here. I'm just gonna go with that. It's a vibe. Really cool production, really stripped back. Who's the producer on this one? I might do this little producer thing. Okay, Danny again. I'm just gonna go to the next track. Cool vibe. But track 4, Sunset. Okay, I know. I said I don't know this album. I promise you, this is the last one that I will say that I do know for sure. I knew Welcome to My Island for sure. I know Sunset for sure. These two seemed kind of familiar, but I don't really remember. This one is for sure the one I have heard the most. I actually do know this one, but I haven't really listened to it in headphones like this, so this should be interesting. Very flamenco, very like Gerudo Valley. Hopefully we get some claps going here, or some like the shaker with like the beads on it. I wear my body like an uninvited guest. Okay. Sunset Paradise. Fiery Red again. Interesting. Okay, maybe I'm thinking way too deep. Maybe just this red is just... I gotta listen back to the context of where it placed previously, but I think red is just more like red, desire, passion. Here it's used as fiery red. You're my sunset. Okay. All right.
Let's ride away. Let's ride away.
Yeah, get the little... Hey. I like the little fingers, like snapper things.
Told about a safety net.
Ooh.
But when I look for it, it's just a hand that's holding mine. I'm wearing black dim on the southernmost of innocence. And that's alright because it hides the dirt and hides the wild.
Dirt? Earth Day? Okay.
Cause you're my sunset, fiery red, forever fearless.
Ooh.
And in your arms, a warm horizon.
There's either a guy vocal here, or just her vocal pitched down. That's really wide. Spotify did her so dirty with this lyric section here. But she's cooking. Wow, she's cooking. Ooh. I like the way that the guitar cut out there. That was just like really just the bass, the drums, and her vocal. Okay, something I think is really interesting about this kind of production styling, her collaborators are very electronic focused. This song feels very lively, but I think that kind of leads to this cool kind of mix up here of just this not just being like a live band song, is in the drums. Like that snare hit, it's not even really a snare hit, it's kind of like a muffled rim, but that's like a sampled ass drum if I've ever heard one. So I think it's really cool that you have all this live instrumentation. Obviously Caroline's doing her thing, you know, without auto-tune, just riffing like crazy. But I think it's cool that electronic kind of core here, kind of anchoring us down to kind of create this weird, like artificial but like realistic soundscape here. To her vocal really popping out here, the way some of this is mixed as well. Ooh. some of these potentially louder elements that could be louder are really subdued to let this vocal pop right here. Ooh. This pad. Okay, they cooked. I think this is so far probably my favorite. I just think the melody line is just infectious. What I mentioned previously about that kind of electronic with live instrumentation blend, I'm always a sucker for, regardless of the genre or the artist or whatever. I think that's really cool. This song really, maybe it also helps that I feel like this song spells itself out a little bit more. It's a little bit less vague. Like, sure, it's kind of like, "You're my sunset," Fiery Red, but I feel like you can kind of extrapolate a little bit of a better meaning from that than some of the other kind of imagery of the previous songs. So that being said, as a whole package, this song really is her. What I also do like, which maybe it's just because we listened to the other songs first, and now this one's just kind of adding to it. I feel like this song also is kind of built on some of those previous ideas, bringing up, it hides the dirt, Fiery Red with like passion, and just kind of grew on those ideas as well. Being a little bit more pronounced, explaining them a little bit more, which I think is nice, which now that I have a better idea, going back to some of those other songs, some of those lyrics might hit now, rather than me thinking, she's just kind of going crazy mode. Okay, I'm gonna keep rolling. Track number 5, Crude Drawing of an Angel is the next track. Let's see what this one's about. Ooh. I'm pretty sure from here on out on the album is unfamiliar territory, so.
Draw the blinds, draw the bath. It's a matter of time till you wake up.
We're so sparse here. Ooh.
With shaky hand.
The pitch bend on that bass.
After you're gone, I got something to hold on.
Red light.
Ooh.
Camera 1. Camera 2.
I like the way that's processed, that like,
On your side.
yeah, like that radio effect.
Camera 1. Camera 2.
Ooh.
I hold it down.
Wow, so much space there. Like,
Here on the ground.
just because there's space, she's not just. She's not just filling it to fill it. She's really letting all these instruments breathe, but also her vocal, like, okay, quick pause. I'm not even saying on like sonically of like adding instruments. The way her melodies contour, she could absolutely fill this out of just like riffing and riffing and riffing and riffing. But like she says a line and then stopped and have all that dead space of her not singing. And not even just not singing, but also no production as well. Crazy. Really taking the idea of space being an instrument and just like getting the most out of it. So really cool. Really, really cool. Still kind of feels like I'm in like the paradise from the intro.
Lights of your eyes till you wake up and watch me.
Yeah, that bass bend is so cool.
I'll not be shy, no, I'll not be gentle with you.
Ooh. Oh.
I hold it down.
I love the way this like synth pad sounds. It's like an artificial vocal. Oh, the da-da-da-da. What a cool run. Oh. We're ending as stripped back as, even more stripped back than the whole song was. Beautiful, beautiful production. I don't think I need to go too crazy on the lyrics on this one. Maybe it's a crazy read, but with the red light in camera 1, 2, and like the way that the song's kind of sounding, maybe they're making a movie. I don't know what kind of movie. Maybe Chef. I don't know. It sounds like that kind of vibe I'm getting. A little bit more of like a lustful nature in the song. Crude drawing of an angel though. Crude drawing of an angel. You know what? We didn't take the opportunity to look at this album artwork. Let's see if we can extrapolate anything from this artwork. So that might lend to our thinking of some of these song lyrics so far. So we got Caroline looking beautiful on the album artwork. I think it's interesting that she's on like the subway. Now, what is that little squiggle thing in the back? Okay, I don't know what that is. Just kind of like an abstract squiggle. She's got one of those cool headphones that are like the hyperpop people wear. But there's like sand on the subway. So she's like a modern girl dealing with, modern times. I think this desire, this kind of passion. Again, I feel like she's just gonna kind of get the most out of every single kind of potential for passion here. It could be passion with love, passion in yourself, passion in what you're interested in, passion in rejecting modernity, going to return to jungle type beat. I feel like desire. I think, okay, let me cook moment. I think the desire feels so, I don't want to say primal, but such like a inherent trait that feels a little bit more in line with like Island and kind of like these jungly tones that feel more just raw. And I feel like this album artwork is her with the coldness of the world now. She's kind of leaning into that more raw openness. That's the Cook session so far. Yeah. I think that's kind of the vibe we're getting here. Crude drawing of an angel though. Cool title of a song. That's a interesting because like it's not perfect, but there's something beautiful about the imperfections as well. Which I think if we're kind of going to nature and rejecting, modernity, a lot of structure in today's life where that's not really something that's in this desire that Caroline's looking out for. So crude drawing of an angel, really even the imagery in the song title kind of lends to that as well. It's not perfect, but it's what she wants. So we're gonna roll to the next track, track 6, I believe. Let's see what this one's about. Ooh, little tempo. Strip back again. Ooh. Wow, what a gentle synth pad. Okay, little bit of a UK garage type percussion loop underneath. Ooh. Yeah, these orchestra hits. Getting these again. Ooh. The flutter and the vocal in the back. Yeah. Ooh. The pickup. I want to pause so bad. I'm gonna let this run real quick. Okay, I know UK Garage is making like a resurgence now, but really, when you think of it, it kind of has like an older connotation to it, especially when it kind of popped on the scene. So you're kind of getting a little bit of an older vibe there. But some of these synths and like these orchestra hits as well really feel like just kind of some nostalgia evoking from that. I think going back to the album artwork, I think it's really cool, this kind of blend of some live instruments, some tampering into kind of evoking nostalgia, but with some synths. I don't know, just getting a whirlwind of emotions here with how these are arranged. This feels like the way her vocal contours. I don't know. It's like, I don't want to say Cher, because it's really not. It's not like the auto tune that I'm kind of thinking of. But like, I don't know, something about like that time period. I don't know. I'm getting a whole blend of time periods here. Really interesting. Really interesting. I really needed to throw it out there, because really in this chorus section, I just. Those sharp pianos, like the piano stabs are so like housey in a way, which again, another kind of big resurgence now, but when the way I'm kind of referring to it is more like older housey. String sustain. Okay, now we went down. Oh, the beep. I'm gonna actually turn this one up. Yeah! The hit on that. Oh. I like the way this kind of opens up a little bit and the bass is more sustained. Now we're back to the staccato bass. Oh. Bridge section? Oh. Okay, doing a 1-2 chord back and forth thing. Ooh! Ooh! Okay, wow, these chords are so wacky. Organ? Wow, our vocal processing there. Wow. Okay. This lower bass is a little bit different. Damn, dude. Ooh, the vocal glitch there on the vocal. Okay, another banger, another banger. Really interesting blend of genres on this one. All that could have been. You made it home with silver string unbroken. Ain't that the sweetest gift? I don't know what that means. Oh, little miracle, swing low, where there could be no compromises down low. I don't know, but I believe we'll get another day together. To find you in this life and keep you just enough. Oh, little miracle. Okay. All right. This one feels good. This one feels like, while I feel like there could be more love intentions of some of those other songs, especially the last song felt a little bit more lustful. This one, I mean, Violent Love still does feel lustful, but I think I'm getting confused with lust versus passion here. And that's just kind of a connotation difference. But really, I feel like here she's just finally happy to have found someone that she wants to spend the rest of her life with, or, you know, maybe not the rest of her life with, but at least tomorrow she wants to spend the time with. So, and I feel like she's just kind of content with that. So that's kind of the tone of desire we're getting on this one. But feel my embrace, look over the edge, but not too far. I said, like I know that one, but look over the edge, but not too far. I think that's kind of interesting. Like, we'll get another day together. Look over the edge, but not too far. So it's like, look over the edge, but not too far. It's like let's take this one day at a time sort of thing. Let's not jump the gun. Not even let's not jump the gun, but let's enjoy what we have right now. Let's enjoy this moment. And you know, when tomorrow comes, awesome. But this is a not dissociating album or anthem here. This is a being present in the moment anthem. So another banger. Really cool blend of genres. Who's the production on that one? Daniel and Ariel Rekstad. I don't know who that is. I'm not gonna lie. But they cooked. So, all right, gonna keep rolling. Just past the halfway point. Gonna get into track 7, which features 2 features and the only seemingly actual, written features. So, track 7, "Fly to You," featuring Grimes and Dido. Okay. Kind of like a drum and bass percussion loop on top. Not totally committing, but just kind of with the tempo here.
Closer and closer and closer to you, baby, I'm dying to find you.
Ooh. God, who is in charge of the bass on this album? I don't really know Grimes too much. Was that Grimes? I think that was Grimes at the beginning, yeah? Woo. Oh. The hi! Very, very Pink Panthers. I know this came before. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. I like the contrast of the vocals. You got Grimes, who has kind of like the higher vocal, and Dido's vocal is so rich and ooh. I like these little pickup sections here. Super duper low synth pad. It's like, excuse me. It's like you took an EQ and just like a box right now. Ooh, well, a bit of a synth art sprinkling. Ooh, I like the strum on that. Oh, the way that vocal fluttered in too. I hope they all have a party in this outro. I'd love to hear all the vocal timbres swirling around. Come on. Or is it just Grimes and Caroline? Oh, it's that intro section. Okay. Cool little intertwining melodies here. Ooh. Okay, she comes back at the end. I wish they were all there. Maybe they are, and it's just buried and I couldn't hear it. But okay, deep inside of me, driving through the dark, lost but I'm free. So going back to that island, I'm not being isolated, but I first interpreted island being in isolation, but less isolation, more introspection. I'm getting here. Deep inside of me, driving through the dark, lost but I'm free. There's one line that is like, yeah, I fly to you, not just somewhere deep inside of me. So this isn't geographical. This is interpersonal. Okay. I like the vibe of this song. I like the features of the song. I like all their timbres swirling together here. I think it's really interesting to have these kind of 3 voices. I'm really curious why she did this. There has to be a reason. Of all tracks, why this one have 3 different versions? Maybe, okay, I just slipped there, but maybe these different voices. Grimes is kind of like younger vocal. Dido vocal is a little bit more older. Then you got Caroline in the middle, and maybe we're kind of swirling through like these different versions of herself. and kind of her perspective of these I was gonna say this relationship, but just kind of these emotions she's dealing with. I think that could be kind of an interesting take here of why she led on these other two vocalists along with herself. But realistically, we're just spitballing here. After all that said, I think lyrically, cool. I think this one is probably my least favorite so far. I feel like it didn't do anything super duper crazy. Not saying that it needs to do something crazy, but what is provided for me, I've been kind of able to get from some of the other songs. Still think is done really, really well. There's incredible ear candy. It's produced really well. Just for me, in contrast to the rest of the songs, where the other songs were really like 110%, this is maybe just like 100%. Whatever. Anyways, we're kind of chugging here, so let's just keep going. We got track 8, Blood and Butter.
Look at you in denim and bows. I know the mode is lethal.
Vocals so dry.
So you wanna show me a place, the place is here, the here is inside you.
Ooh. Banging on bongos again? Yes, it do have the shaker thing with the beads on it.
With the critical mass, your body has the body power. Lying at the foot of Olinda, in the navel ring, inventing you.
I don't know what that means. I'm gonna. Ooh. I feel like I'm in the middle of a ritual right now. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. This melody line she's cooking. I need to know what kind of like drums she's using here. Ooh. Okay, here we are again. Going from more raw live instrumentation to now we're getting electronic again. Wikipediated, talking about like electronic stuff. Talking retrospectively before I was the way I'm with you. So talking more cold and electronic to now warm and raw instrumentation. Okay, this song is doing a lot for the narrative right now. Ooh. And now we're kind of blending these ideas again. Blood and butter. Ooh, instrumental outro? Okay. Bagpipes! Oh, that was a good chord. Green and ribbon red, like giving like kilt colors, or even I guess bagpipe colors. Oh, the harmonies. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna break my head. Keep going lower. Keep going lower. Wow, really drew that last note out. Probably one of my favorites so far. This one was a banger. Really did a lot for the narrative. Vague in imagery, but really was able to extrapolate something from it. I don't know. I like the way it made me feel. I like this really cemented my running theory of kind of this going off the album artwork of going from cold electronic instruments, or I guess in this case the vice versa, but going from more like live, what she's going towards instrumentation. But then she talks retrospectively, which I thought was really cool. Look at you, look how I forgot who I was. And in that section, that's when like the instrumentation becomes all like digitized and whatnot. And that's kind of what she's running from in the album artwork, which I think is really, really cool. I think the song really spelled out the album artwork in a really, really cool way sonically. Yeah, cool vibe. I love that chorus melody line, just the contour of it. Beautiful. Banger. Banger she cooked. Banger she cooked. That's all I gotta say. Let's go into track 9, Hopedrunk Everasking. Now I think it's interesting these next couple tracks here are a little bit lower in the stream count. So maybe some album cuts. Maybe they're more instrumental. Let's find out.
Starlight in the tunnel. Kind of
Sounds like a smoke alarm. Is that a smoke alarm?
Hopedrunk
That's crazy if she is.
How does it feel to know your final form?
Oh!
So new.
What is...
Pull close to me and
Okay, okay. Oh, the fade off on that note.
life is a rumor under the theater.
I like the breath.
To get deeper.
It's like it's breathing the song.
While slows, they'll find our bones.
What is she doing here?
And yet they won't
She's just like
pull close to me.
these chords are like so out of like key. They're so interesting. It's like such a subversion of my expectations there. Oh. Getting some electronic kind of. Sure, you have like the synth pad, but it's kind of like an organ underlying, like a synth organ underneath. Providing a little bit of texture with the bass. That damn smoke detector sound is gonna get me like every time.
Centuries come and go. They'll find our
That's also gonna get me every time. That's so beautiful.
and yet they won't.
Okay, beautiful sounding. This is like the most vague songwriting probably yet. I said earlier this is like I felt like I'm in a ritual, but this is like an ayahuasca like ego death ritual ass song here. I'm gonna really pause here. But I really wanna let this sit with me for a minute. Hopedrunk Everasking, centuries come and go, they'll find our bones and yet they won't. How does it feel to know your final form, so old, so new? Now that line's kind of interesting to me. It makes it seem like in the line so old, so new, that this version of her that she's longing for, desiring for, reaching inside for, that she's turning into this new person she's becoming. It's like it's always been there because it's not a version of you. It is you. Right? And I think like Under the Theater, Deeper, Dig It Deeper is, once you kind of pull back the theatrics of life, which is also a part of you, but like you're still under there, which is, I think that there's kind of what she's going off of, they'll find our bones, they'll find the core of us, and yet they won't. And yet they won't. They'll find our bones and yet they won't. Okay. I like what I came up with. I'm not going to think too much harder on this because I'm going to give myself a headache. Really beautiful song though, with it being more stripped back and chill, I can understand why this has less streams. I can kind of understand that. I feel like it's more like interlude-y instrumental tracks like this typically don't get as many streams. And even in the messaging also is kind of vague, so I can understand that. But let's keep rolling to track 10. Let's see what Butterfly Net does, what these have, how, if this is going to be in the same vein as that or not. Let's see. Ooh, little dissonance. Back and forth 2-chord action. Taxi driver. The diction of her vocals are so interesting. Ooh, it swells and cuts off. Ooh. I like the 2 different tones here in the hit. Marching snare roll. Going back to this organ? What an interesting arrangement here. Oh, I like the bass tone on this one. And these little jingly bits. It's like they're not just percussion jingly bits, they're tonal as well. Butterfly Net trying to catch her light. Interesting. Ooh, the delay in the vocal. That bass hit. Breaking Bad theme song. Ooh, that. Drown the Thames, okay. Whoa. What a texture. Okay, we're really right at this chorus outro. I don't know why, also another older song reference. I think of the try to understand, try to understand. He's a magic man. I don't know. I kind of get that vibe from that song. I don't know. Yeah, this one was cool. I think I like the other one a little bit more. I would honestly probably put this also a little bit lower, probably in my album rankings. Kind of a chill vibe. Don't need it to go anywhere crazy, but I kind of would have liked it to pick up a little bit. It's kind of just kind of another, reflective type vibe, which I understand is kind of the tone of this album. I'm looking at these production features though. It looks like Danny has most of the features though. I don't really see, where did A.G. Cook have play into this album? Unless if their contributions were just not credited in Spotify, but are more like on like mixing and that sort of end, which I could totally hear that just with all these like production bleeps and bloops. I don't know about this one lyrically. I don't know I get the butterfly net. I like the imagery there. Trying to catch your light with your butterfly net, you know, or with my butterfly net. It's like an unattainable thing. But I don't totally know what this song means. Really, really abstract writing here. Beautiful, but don't know what it means. We got 2 more tracks here. Track 11, Smoke. Let's see what this one's about.
It's just smoke.
Oh. It's not the same melody, but I think it's kind of interesting. It's like with the same kind of track positioning with the da 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 da. This is like a B version of that melody. Kind of interesting to do. It's the second last song with the being the second song of the album. That kind of pairing.
It's just smoke.
Okay, it just smokes.
Floating over the volcano.
So she's mentioned Lava before. Also, that synth band was cool.
It's just smoke. Go on, you know, I can't say no.
Maybe the volcano, lava, red,
It's just smoke.
explosion, passion. Interesting. Oh, I like the drums on this one. Yeah, the pitch bend on that hit.
Just you.
Ooh, there's like some saturated vocal backings.
Me up, don't worry about me. It's just smoke.
Ooh,
And the fallout doesn't faze me.
Ooh.
Take a bullet for my baby.
the texture.
That'll save me, I know. Throw it all out and replace it
Yeah.
with a brand new
What is that?
one. Don't believe that when you praise me, do I?
Ooh. I like the distortion on that kick too. The This bass is so interesting. It's like kind of like a Reese bass, but it has some like attack to it. And then of course you have that pitch bend at the beginning. Ooh, some vinyl crackle. Yeah, that's just the. I honestly like that one was as short as it was, because it did what it needed to and it got out. Smoke is interesting. Smoke, this imagery floating over the volcano. It's just smoke, the byproduct of like this like passion thing. Selling me out on the down low, and you are the big answer tonight, and you are melting everything about me. So maybe someone's talking about her and it's just like generalizing her, and it's like it's just smoke, and that's like it's just maybe what she's like exuding is like smoke, and you know, like smoke and mirrors. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. Like this whole album has been so far, which I'll talk about in the end album recap. Tight production. The lyrics have been, some of them have stuck to me, some of them have been really, really vague. So I'm taking that meaning, I'm gonna run with it. Let's move on. Let's not delay. Let's get to track number 12, Billions, the final track, and then we'll discuss, you know, general thoughts on the album after. Ooh. There's been a lot of like, this isn't a vinyl scratch, but just kind of some like reverse effects too. Interesting that all these lyrics are all in lowercase. Ooh. Ooh, a little bit of a different.
Psycho,
Oh,
priceless, good in a crisis, working the angles. Billions, sexting, sonnets under the tables, tangled in cables.
tangled in cables.
Billions, over, broker, give
vocal inflection. Oh, the bass.
Something to me.
Whoa. What a
Something to me.
what a vocal run.
Headless angel, body
Okay.
upgraded, but
Angel?
it's dead on arrival.
Miadoa, okay. Oh, yeah, we're getting distorted again. Yeah, now we're getting a little bit evil here in the lyrics. I love these vocal flutters. Billions though, what does billions mean? Ooh. Ooh.
So close to you.
Oh wait, where'd the snare go? Where's my snare?
Never felt so high. Close to you.
What was that tone there?
Something to me. Something to me.
These timbres, I don't even know what I'm hearing right now. Oh, I want that hit again. Thank you. Ooh. I like that didn't hit that hard. It just kind of led into that. Okay, this outro section is kind of giving me chills a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. This is beautiful. Kind of giving me that like from like the new Neon Genesis films, like the Rebuild or whatever. There's like that one vocal choir song. Oh, a fade out outro. What? How do you... Okay, hang on. What? Okay, how do you end the album like that? Okay, Desire, I Want to Turn Into You by Caroline Polachek. Interesting album. I'm gonna have to... Classic gonna have to read into it a little bit more in some of these songs. So let's touch upon Billions real quick before going into the album recap. So Billions, just kind of getting like a word association thing going on here. Psycho, priceless, good in a crisis, working the angles. Oh, Billions, salty flavor. Like this is also like visceral. He's a pearl. I'm the oyster. Give me the closure. So she's okay. I get it. Okay. So vague again. Some of his imagery is, talking about some sort of lover back and forth type thing. And the passion of that, pearl and oyster. But billions. Why is she saying billions? Okay. I think I need to put myself in the headspace of Caroline Polachek here. I feel like Caroline Polachek and the vibe of this album there's been some kind of out there-ish lyrics and meaning, so I guess we need to put ourselves in that headspace. Billions. I don't know if she's talking about like billions people like on this earth, billions of lives that she's like lived, or that these people have, their lives with her and these partners that she's, passionate with or whatnot. Great ending on this Desire theme of the album, and that I never felt so close to you as it seems like she got it. What she desired, But yeah, super vague in lyrics once again. So, okay, album recap. I'm so sorry if you had to put up with me trying to extrapolate meaning from some of these songs. I think I did a fair job in some spots. Some spots kind of picked up some of the slack in other songs in my own interpretations. So I'm probably not going to talk too much about the meanings of each of these individual songs or the album as a whole. I feel like really I've discussed it enough as is, which will transition us into the production of things, is this desire to be more primal and raw and passionate with her love and escaping the cold confines of the world that she's in. I don't know if that explained it very well. I think I explained it better earlier, but that's what we're coming up now with kind of the meaning of it. So I guess we're just going to talk about the production end of things. Caroline's vocal has been incredible this entire album. I feel like even on the first track, even how the album opened with her riffing from the get-go, it's kind of no surprise that her vocal would be kind of holding the center stage here on this album. And it's not even just on the album, but like on like a mixing production front as well. Really, some of these instrumentals were so sparse, but so big in that by having so little elements, you can make them as big as you need to be, or as you want them to be. And one of those elements, of course, being Caroline's vocal, which they carved out so much space for her vocal that it felt like it took up the entire room. And it was the star, which it absolutely was. But yeah, I really love this kind of blend of these instrumentation choices of doing more like synth work, more granular, more modern technology, cold with these live, flamenco, guitars and these like bongos and shakers and all that, which are, more live, organic percussion. Kind of this dichotomy here in this album. Ear candy as well with each of these instruments and with all these elements being so sparse as they are, with there only being so many elements. There was so much room for cool delays, cool little reverse lead-ins, cool room reverbs that would sometimes be there and then they would cut out. Blending of bass stylings, going from more staccato to kind of be a little bit more punctual to a little bit more of a legato, longer bass tones. Taking the same instrument and really just getting the most out of each instrument. Super duper cool. So, a whole lot of yapping. I thought this was a cool album, but really, out of all the albums we've listened to so far, feel the most ambiguous on and how it makes me feel personally. Gonna have to sit with this one. But that being said, I did like this album. I thought it was really, really good. I can understand why people think of this as kind of like a cornerstone of pop music today, or like a benchmark for modern pop music, in that really taking these kind of simple structures and doing some cool, wacky, modern things to them. Okay, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thanks for being here. Make sure to follow me on the Patreon, even if you're not a paid member, to watch the rough reactions and the early edits. As a free member, I'll be posting notifications, or even if you just see the YouTube posts, if you want to subscribe on YouTube as well, I post about which album I do next as well, so you get notified about that. So do so, or don't, whatever, but we'll surely be doing this every week. So if you like this, you'll probably want to stay for the other ones. Okay, enough rambling. Caroline Polachek, Desire When I Turn Into You. Great album. I'll catch you next week. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks for 1,000 subs. By the time you watch this, I'll be there. So thank you for that again. And I'll see you next one. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.